Hello again everyone, and I'm going to bring you another game today, and this is going to be Murder, the Purple Terran from Quantum Gaming versus Capoch. I'm not really sure how to say that name, but the green Protoss, so I'll probably refer to him as Protoss, just because I don't want to butcher his name. But as you can see here, we do have a TV so it's quite exciting. No more like ZVT or anything along those lines, so happy to bring you guys a different perspective on this game here. See, both players are just playing pretty standard. We are on Lost Temple. We have a cross spawn, and it looks like we are going to see a 10 depot from Murder, and as you can see, he does build it closer to his base, so this SCV can get back to mining minerals as quickly as possible. And same with the green Protoss, he does build that pylon, and then he sends out his probe to scout. As you can see there, he did activate this tower here, and that's basically to see if any proxies are going on, or if he can see the scouting SCV to better predict where his opponent is, but he will end up scouting his opponent very shortly. And both players are playing pretty standard right now. We do have a 12 gate coming down, while we have a 13 Rex coming out. And as you can see, these aren't blocking the base. Murder is seems pretty confident that he does not need to block versus this opponent. And he does have a 13 refinery coming down also. And we do have a refinery for the Protoss coming up, so both players are playing pretty standardly. As you can see there, Murder did activate this tower, and he's going to assume his opponent is in this bottom quarter, as Protoss usually scout the fastest, and with that Protoss coming in so late, and he saw it coming from up around this area, he essentially knows that his opponent is going to be in this bottom area. As you can see there, he does find his opponent, and he's going to scout and see that he's going to go a pretty standard build, probably a, there we go, the cybernetics core does drop. So Protoss doesn't wait for the SCV to be killed before he drops down that cybernetics core. And as you can see, he's keeping his pylons pretty close together, just in case one goes down, another one will be able to keep it up, and we are going to have this SCV get surrounded and die. And this probe is now being chased around. We are having Marauders come out from Murder, so it looks like he's going to go for a little harassment with Marauders, maybe a little small timing push, 1 or 2 Marauders, because as you can see, he's probably going to, yes, he is researching concussive shells now, so he's going to get out Marauders with concussive shells. It's going to be pretty hurtful, and it looks like the Protoss is going to try to hide a pylon back in here, and maybe warp in some units. He's going to probably start Warp Tech right when he gets enough money. As you can see, he does have 2 gases. There goes Warp Tech, and he's going to start. He was saving up energy, and he's starting to spam energy on that now, and he has his first Stalker in the way. And it looks like Murder is wary of this pylon. He goes ahead and scouts it, and that's going to be pretty painful, as the pylon was finished. As you can see, the probe did die, so the pylon was finished, so it's going to end up going down. It's going to be 100 minerals wasted, and I don't see the Protoss rebuilding another pylon to make up for that loss in food, and he is 24 of 26, so we'll see if we have another pylon come out here shortly. As you just see, he did go to a robotics facility, so he's probably going to get immortals, as he did scout that Marauder come out. And as you can see, we do have 3 Marauders now, probably going to push near this tower, and then a Stalker is going to make his way back, and we do have a pylon coming down now, as a Zealot is just about on the way. As you can see, he's almost timing that perfectly. The pylon's going to finish almost just as a Zealot comes out. It's going to be a little bit delayed, not perfectly, but very, very close. And there we go, the pylon does come up, and he's able to start producing more and more units. So very good job there. And we do have the robotics facility coming out, a double gate. And as you can see here, the Stalker did notice that these 3 Marauders are coming in, so he's going to go ahead and back up. He's probably going to bring some probes off the line just to scare away these Marauders, so he will get a little bit of disadvantage here and lose some mining time, but nothing too major, because he will be able to hold off his attack. As you can see here, the probes are coming out. He does micro that probe back as it's going to get focused, and the probes are being microed back, and it looks like he's only losing 2 probes and a Stalker. So after losing 2 probes and a Stalker, the 4 Marauders are going to head back and lick their wounds, and we do have an Immortal coming out now. So this is going to be a great counter to these Marauders that the Terran player has, and the Terran player actually went ahead and scouted that he had that, so he's going to go down, throw down 2 reactors to be able to produce enough Marines to throw out enough DPS in order to hurt this Protoss player, and sorry I missed this, but we do have a Ghost Academy Zuck, and he's upgrading the Ghost energy that will allow him to do EMPs much sooner. I believe it's an EMP as soon as the Ghost comes out of the barracks, so that's going to be very, very nice. EMPs just decimate the Protoss army if they're used properly, so we'll see if Murder is able to do that to this Protoss opponent. And as you can see here, we have an Observer coming up after 2 Immortals. The Protoss player feels that he is in a good position to be able to go scout now. And we do have our first Ghost, we have Stim, and we have many, many Marines coming out now. As you can see, he almost did a complete tech switch. He's no longer going Marauders, he just has this as a tank. He's just going to go straight Marines, as they're an awesome DPS unit. He has 2 barracks producing Marines with double reactors, and he has a Ghost coming out of his barracks that is also having a tech lab. And we can see here we do have a Warp Prism coming in, so I'm expecting... Oh, he does end up scouting this. I wonder if he's going to see the Warp Prism. Murder's perspective here. Yes, he did see the Warp Prism pop up, but I'm not really sure if he was paying attention. And it does pick up those 2 Immortals, so we're going to have an Immortal drop in probably the back of this base here, and just do some damage to the SCVs. And probably some of these supply depots just to attempt to supply cap his opponent. And Murder is just stacking all of his units on this tower. As you can see, pretty much anything that's going to come his way, aside from this Warp Prism, which will go unnoticed. And we do have more and more Immortals coming out now with with sentries, so he's gonna be able to shield those units in and do massive amounts of damage. And you can see Murder is like going for a super all-in timing push. It looks like he's just massing up units, more and more units, not really going a lot of tech. And these SCVs are able to get away in time. Some great instincts there by Murder. We have 2 SCVs going down, 1 supply depot, and his units are slowly making their way back into the base. You can see here 2 Marines are coming back into the base. A little bit nervousness there by the Protoss player. He probably could have stood a bit longer and did some more damage. And you can see here this supply depot is almost finished, and it looks like now that Murder is going to get closer, and that Warp Prism is going to easily pick up the units. Oh wow, very, very close there though. Those Marines were just doing some massive focus fire. Now the Protoss is well aware that the Marines have a giant Marine Marauder and Ghost army. As you can see here, this supply depot is not being built. I wonder if the Terran player will be able to catch on to that, and it looks like he's just going to keep some Marines back here just in case. And yes, that SCV is going to go back and build that depot, and we do have an expansion coming down from the Protoss. So a bit offensive here with the expansion, as he pretty much knows his opponent has a bigger army than himself, but he's just able to put on some annoying pressure here. As you can see, he did take down the reactor, but just by dropping it down his Immortal. So a really, really great job, and he's being just really, really annoying. And the Protoss player, I mean the Terran player, just doesn't really have an answer. As you can see, he was not able to scout out this expansion, but it looks like Murder is going to go ahead and make a push here, as he feels his he's just being delayed by these Immortals, and he thinks he can just take him out. As you can see, the Zealot is going to be aware of this push coming in here, so he's not going to go ahead and micro that away, so that poor Zealot is just going to get incinerated. I mean, he took like a shot from a Marauder and then just blew up. And I'm waiting to see if we have any EMPs go off here. Yes, we do have oh wow, great EMPs. Took down a majority of the force there. This force is just not much left to it. And as you can see here, the Marauder's able to take down a lot of damage. There's lots of stim going off. And Protoss base is essentially undefended. We only have 3 warp gates in here and a robotics facility. It's just not going to be enough. This expansion is going to go down. So sad for the Protoss, as he just got that up. That probe was all happy, just got to mining, and now he's dead along with his other brethren. And Murder is just going to go ahead and walk up the ramp. He did get a scan off. This is just so he can see up the ramp in case something like this happens, where the sentry blocks off the path. And as you can see here, the Ghost is taking some shots from that good old sentry, and now he doesn't have any vision up the ramp, but now he has full energy on those Ghosts, and he's just gonna, there it is, he's gonna be able to use it all. 1 shield does get off, but that's gonna pretty much all they wrote for the Protoss player. This is a best of 3, so I will be posting the rest of these games shortly. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Roar signing out.